Okay, so before I start, I want you all to, by yourselves, hold up 15 fingers. None of you can do it because that's impossible. We only have 10 fingers on our hands. So that feeling that you all just had is of not being able to do something by yourself is something that I used to struggle with all the time. I like to think independently. That's just how my brain works. And Alzar really emphasizes independent thinking and something else called interdependent thinking, which was somewhat of a new concept for me. Before Alzar, at my home school, I strongly disliked group projects or peer review sessions. I would always feel like people weren't listening to my ideas or feedback, and that's not the best feeling in the world. So when I had the chance to, I would sit back and wait until everyone had a partner, and then ask the teacher to work alone, and it would usually work. And when I'm alone, I know that it may take longer or I may have to work harder, but I also feel like I'm being more productive and making higher quality work. I never saw the pluses in working as a team. Something I realized right away at Alzar was that I was going to have to work with a lot of teams this semester, and I wasn't really looking forward to that. And on the third week of school, my Spanish 2 class got tasked with making a video. Many of you have probably seen that video. It's about the day in the life in a day of the year. And what you may not know is that it was originally supposed to be a solo project, and that's how it had been done in the past. So when we were first assigned it, I thought, this is going to be really hard, but I'll be able to do it eventually. And that wasn't the first time I've had that thought, or the second, third, fourth, fifth. I've thought that for every single project I've ever done alone. And eventually is the key word in that quote. I was and still am a procrastinator when someone isn't there actively motivating me. Anyway, after looking over the assignment or rubric, either Austin or Eli suggested to Ellie that we do the project together. And Ellie agreed to that we do the project together, and what that meant for me was that instead of having to write 15 sentences about my day and recording them all by myself, I would only have to write 5 and record them with Austin and Eli. Sounds good, right? Well, for me, I would have rather written 15 sentences alone than 5 sentences in a group. When we first started the project, I was already done writing my 5 sentences, so I was just waiting for the filming to start. And when I'm not occupied with doing something, I get really bored, and that's another reason why I hated group projects. I would always just feel like I was sitting around